What up, though? Welcome to a new episode of Don't Blame Me, Blame Detroit with your favorite D-list comedian, Brandon Jordan. Hey, man, we here with another episode, man. And I told y'all I'm coming back harder this season. We're going more consistent episodes, more people, and yeah, man, we're about to just get right into it. Oh, I forgot about that. Like I said, July 8th and 9th, Madhouse Comedy Club, San Diego. Man, come out, support, have a good time. Had a lot of people come out I was there back in January. We had fun. We're going to have fun again for the summer. So please come out. Madhouse Comedy Club, San Diego, 8th and the 9th, 4 shows. All right, man. And so we're just going to jump into it because you already see I have one of the funniest young, beautiful comedians in the game right now. I start seeing her when she started coming around and seeing her grow because she's been putting some work in out here in the streets. And her energy is very, very exciting, and I'm glad to have her on the podcast. So, welcome to Alexis Bradby. What's up?
Hey, thanks for having me. At first I thought you were going to say, we have another D-list comedian
No.
here. I was like, yeah, that's
No.
true.
You've been on TV, you know what I'm saying?
Barely, I don't know that. Like, if I wasn't in LA, I wouldn't even count that. But, you know, people are so, like, credit obsessed here. I'm like, yeah, I've been on TV. Tell people.
But, where are you from?
I'm from Tennessee originally.
Oh, what part?
Like, Knoxville. If you know
Okay.
that. There's a bus that goes from Knoxville to Detroit. I know because my stepmom's dad always comes down from there.
Mm-hmm. I used to live in Tennessee.
Oh, where?
I lived in Memphis.
Oh, okay, yes, the other end. But,
Yeah, I lived on the other side, you know.
Probably the better part.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Better, like, culturally, not necessarily, like, I know they got a lot of issues over there.
See, I've been to Memphis, and I've been, I lived there, and I've been to Nashville. I've never been to Knoxville.
Okay.
So, like, have you been to them three?
Yes, and I will say Knoxville's the white part of those three.
It's super white.
Yeah, for sure, based on those others. And it's definitely more like country. Like, I feel like when people think of, like, Tennessee, they think of the country, and I feel like that's the part I live in, not the other cities.
So which one did you like the most?
I like Memphis. Memphis is where I spent the least amount of time, but the one time I was there, I liked the vibe, and it was fun.
See, like, for me, like, Memphis, I lived in Memphis for like 2 years.
Oh.
It was like 2 years I lived there. And one thing I got to say about Memphis, it's very, very boring. You know?
Boring?
It's boring.
I just said I like the vibe. You're like, it sucks there.
But the only reason I say it's boring is it is not the people's fault. It's actually whoever the people that make the decisions and run the city is their fault. It's not that much attraction to the city. For Memphis to be one of the largest metropolitan cities, square footage wise,
Yeah.
it has a lot of the least to do.
Oh.
You know, you don't have a lot of attraction to Memphis. Like, literally, you go to Memphis, I was just there back in April.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Literally, every you already know, you know, most of the nights is, what y'all doing tonight? Downtown Beale Street. We're going to Beale Street, you know, because it's not that much else to do.
I was just there for a weekend, so I thought Beale Street, I was like, this is fun.
Yeah,
but I guess that's the only thing to do as we get old.
But just imagine almost every weekend, that's all to do.
Yeah, that
You know,
suck.
of course they got other little things, but it's no other, like, major attractions, you know. But, whatever. But yeah, the only thing for me, when I lived in Memphis, what caught me off guard the most was the heat.
Oh yeah, it's very hot, Tennessee.
I never, like, the only other place that I visited at where the heat surprised me was when I went to Kansas City.
Missouri or Kansas?
Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
That part of the country,
Yeah.
Lord Jesus. I literally walked outside and for me, it's hard for me to sweat.
Oh.
Like, I can work out for an hour and never break into a sweat. It's hard for me to get a sweat. Literally, I will walk outside for 5 minutes, and next thing I know, my shirt is just drenched.
Yeah, it's like New Orleans too. I just went there and it was like miserable. Like I had my like curls out and like then just turned to an afro. Like instantly, it's so hot down there. It's miserable.
And I remember I remember one day I looked at my phone and I thought my phone was broke because literally I looked at the weather and it just said 99, 99, 99, 99, 99 every day. I said, you tell me, hold on, this can't be right. No change of temperature. It's just hot as hell. Like I've been to Arizona too. I've been to Phoenix a couple times, and it's hot.
It's different.
Like it's just a different type of hot.
That's like the sun is like cooking you. Versus
Yes.
in the South, it's like the air.
It's like it's like you just feel you like this. I felt because I'm the first time I went to Arizona, I was doing House of Comedy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was doing that, and so it was during the day, and I was in my hotel room. I said, you know what, I'm about to go grab something to eat. And when I looked at the Ubers, man, them Ubers were high as hell. And so I said, you know what, I'm gonna walk a little bit and because I seen like homeless people and other people just outside just having a good time. And I'm like, yeah, oh, whatever. So I said, you know, I'll walk a little bit, get that price down, then take the Uber. I walked outside. I walked probably about 3 blocks, and I said, I'm about to call my mom and tell her I'm about to die.
Oh no!
Cause this is just ridiculous. It was like you said, the sun is just beaming on you,
Yeah.
and it's in Memphis. It just feels like you're just being flooded with some type of moisture.
Yeah.
That's just swarming on you, and so yeah, that's the big difference. So how long you been in LA?
I've been here since 2014. So
You got here before me.
And you know what's funny? A lot of comics don't realize when people find that out, they're like, "Where were you?" But I was in college, so I wasn't really doing comedy. Like I started comedy in college, but like when I graduated is when people started seeing me like pop up.
Okay.
So people don't realize I've been here that long, and I like to tell people because then there's like an expectation of like, "Dang, you've been here that long, you ain't done nothing," like So, but I came out here.
So
for
what
school.
school did you go to?
USC.
USC.
Fight on.
Okay.
Yeah.
You wasn't good enough to get into UCLA.
What do you mean? USC is a better school. Like, what are you saying? That's the most disrespectful that's ever heard. USC is better. Although I do know some friends who got into USC and didn't get into UCLA, so maybe there's some validity to that. But to me, USC is better by far.
Okay. But I think I remember when I first started seeing you was at the comedy unit.
The comedy, yeah.
I think that's where I first started seeing you. And,
So that would be like 2019-ish, maybe.
something like that.
Yeah.
Because I had just started. I moved to LA I've been here 4 years. So 2018.
Yeah.
So 2018. February 2018 is when I moved.
Yeah, so that's like after I graduated in May 2018, so probably around then, like, probably to people in the, like, they probably see us at the same time, because that's when I started going out more, like, around then.
Okay. What got you into stand-up?
I tried it once in high school at a talent show, and that was really fun. I was like, ooh, like the power of everybody laughing, but I was in Tennessee, so it was like a random one-off thing, and that wasn't even like senior year high school, that was like sophomore or junior, so it was a time where I wasn't thinking about careers or colleges, I was just there. And then I came out here for college, and I don't know if I saw the stand-up class or if I just got inspired to start stand-up. I think I just got inspired, but I like was talking to a friend one night super late, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, you know, I kind of low-key want to do comedy. Like, I did it once in high school. She's like, you're in LA. I'm like, you're right, I should just do it. And so I tried it without a class, and I realized I need a class, and luckily USC has a good comedy program, like, where they teach a bunch of classes, which I know some people think classes are lame for comedy, but I am a nerd and I need structure, so that's when I really started doing it more.
Okay. Like, now doing comedy, do it affect the way you think about stuff now? Like the way you see things?
Yes, it's actually very sad and toxic because anytime something bad happens to me or someone else, I'm like, would have been I was somewhere like maybe like 3 weeks ago, and I saw this is not funny. This is gonna be so dark, but I saw like a car full of 5 black men getting pulled over, and like the cops. It was like 6 cop cars. Everybody's pointing guns, and like I just happened to be. It's a whole long story, but I happened to be there, and like it was such a sad and scary moment, but in it, I was finding moments to make myself laugh, and I was like, what's wrong with me? Because like I was thinking about like this one guy, the cop was telling him like, move your left arm. He was moving his right arm, and I was like, you really gotta know your left and right in those situations. Like this is life or death. you need to learn this way. And I was like, oh my God, Alexis, you're literally about to get shot. Why are you laughing? They didn't get shot. They're alive. I hope. I don't know.
Like,
but yeah, I like definitely think of like a fun, like every time something, I'm just always thinking of stuff that could be funny now. It's not a good way to live. It's how I'm living.
like one, I was just talking last time. I was talking to one of my friends. Actually, it was her and one of her friends. They was all at the house, and then we were talking about all the little protests and stuff because the Roe versus Wade thing got changed over. Mm-hmm. And so they was talking about all these people was marching and everything. And my only dumb ass to think about, y'all so mad. I was saying, man, I just glad you just start throwing condoms out there. Like, here y'all go. Like, just throwing condoms, like, here y'all go. You know, this y'all protection now. But just they was looking, that is not funny. I said, it's funny to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's how, but especially when it comes to movies. I look at movies way different than I used to, you know, because I've been doing comedy for a long time. But especially now that I've been doing it for so long, stuff that's not made to be funny, you know, be having me in tears. And then the stuff that's supposed to make you funny, supposed to be funny, I'll be sitting there like, next. Okay. Because I find that the little things that they just be little stupid stuff, and they're like, oh, that is hilarious.
Yeah.
If they just paid attention to that. Like one of my favorite movies that has me in tears no matter. Every time I watch it, I Am Legend.
It's a serious movie.
Dog, that part, the two parts is the funniest for me. Is the part where, first one is when he go into the store and he just start talking to everybody like they just real people. That shit just had me. That part, then the part right there that just has me on the floor is when he driving and he just stops and he looks and he says, Fred. I said, dog, that is comedy gold right there.
Like the most dramatic moment of the movie, and you're like, this is hilarious.
That is stupid, man. Well, have you seen Jurassic Park?
No, wait, the new one?
Yeah.
No, I think I saw the last one though, but they all blur together in my mind.
Oh, why?
You like Jurassic Park?
Oh man, Jurassic Park is my favorite series. Like
Oh.
you don't understand. I was so ready for this new movie to come out. I went and bought me a new Jurassic Park shirt.
Oh wow,
You know, yes, I went to you know, a special movie theater to go watch it and everything. I was so hyped about this movie.
Oh,
Because
did you like it?
Oh, I loved it. Oh, it was phenomenal.
Okay.
I loved it. I hate for the some people that say they didn't like it, go kill yourself.
Oh.
This movie was good. It had me in moments where I'm like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, you know what I mean? That scared me a little bit. You know, made me jump out my seat. But yeah, I love that movie because the whole Jurassic Park series first is like one of the first movies as a kid that I really enjoyed.
Okay.
Because that came out in '93, and I'm a little old, so '93. I was 4? I was 7.
Okay.
You know, I was 7 when that movie came out, and so, and I've been hooked ever since. It was the last one that came out was probably my least favorite.
I think that's the one I saw.
The one where they were trying to auction off the dinosaurs.
Oh yeah.
That was my least favorite one. But the way that they ended it, it set it up for this one. And of course, it's gonna be some things that I'm like, man, I wish they would have did this, wish they did that, but I wasn't a writer on it, so
Yeah.
it is what it is. You know what I mean? So I really, but overall, I really like it.
I have to see it. I got that like A-list thing where you can see all the movies a bunch of times.
Oh, hold on, put on this.
I'm now an ad representative. No, AMC has this thing called A-list where you pay like $23 a month and you can see 3 movies a week.
Oh, okay.
Up to 3 movies a week. So it's worth it if you're a movie person and you go like once a month. It's honestly worth it. Like see one IMAX movie a month, and it's worth it. But like if you really want to like cheat the system, if you actually see 3 movies a week, like that's a great deal.
But see, also,
But nobody's gonna do that.
The only thing about I just thought about that. Only thing about that for me that wouldn't work is because I don't commit to the same movie theater.
Yeah. So you have to. We could go to any AMC, but it has to be AMC. But like,
see, that's what I mean. It's like I I go to different movie theaters for certain reasons.
Oh, okay.
I'm very particular.
What's the differences?
So, like for example, when I went to go see Jurassic Park, have you ever heard of Studio Movie Grill?
No.
Studio Movie Grill. They only have like 3 locations outside of the LA area.
Okay.
So the closest one to here is like I think when we went to is like Chatsworth. That's the closest one to LA. The other ones are like are further out. And so what it is it's kind of like the concept is basically a dinner and a movie. So you go into the movie theater, instead of they have a full bar in there, they have a full bar, and instead of you going to the concession stand to order your stuff and everything, they have waiters.
Oh.
And they have full menus, so you can sit there and order salads, burgers, chicken, steak. I think they even had too. So they can order full things. Then they have a dessert menu, awesome. So I wanted to go there because I wanted some funnel sticks.
So what?
Funnel sticks.
Oh, funnel sticks. I was like, what?
I wanted some funnel sticks while I watched my movie.
Oh, okay.
So I went to Studio Movie Group.
In Chatsworth?
In Chatsworth.
Oh my god.
That's like, from here, it's like 20 minutes from here.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's right. It's right up the 170, and then you take the 170, then the 118. It's literally like 20 minutes from here. And so, yeah, and so that's why I go. But then I also it's another movie theater. I like the Cinemark out in in Linwood.
Okay.
Because I like the Pizza Hut that they serve there.
The Pizza Hut.
Yes, I like the Pizza Hut,
Okay.
and I like the big comfy couch type of seats that they have.
Gotcha.
Then there's another movie theater called iPick. Yes, that's out in like Pasadena, Burbank, out this way. That they have special meeting things. So yeah, so I'm not.
But AMC does have food and
Yeah, they
reclining
do.
chairs.
Dude,
And,
I
they
go to
have, and
AMC's.
some of them they have the ones where you can order it to your seat.
Yeah.
So.
So yeah, I go to AMC. And listen, I'm not. Hey, if you want to, you want to be able to say, hey, we want to support the podcast, and we want to give you a couple dollars to promote us. I will do it, and I will be an AFC member for life. So I'm not excluding y'all.
Yeah.
I do go to AFC once in a while. We're not going,
Just
but
particular.
But I just, depending on my mood, I might change it up.
Okay.
But yeah. But so what was the last movie that you seen?
I just saw Elvis on this past Thursday.
Elvis.
Yes, the
When?
Elvis Presley movie.
When did that come out?
On Thursday. I saw it on Thursday the night it came out. I wanted to see it before all the critics and haters could say it was bad, because I was like, I don't want to call it dirty mind. I was like, I just want to see it for what it is. And I liked it. The director, his name escapes me. It's like Boz something. He directed The Great Gatsby.
Okay.
I can't remember his name, but it was like I didn't realize he directed it, so the trailer didn't make it look like it was going to be such a stylized movie.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was in there, I was like, ooh, this is a little more artsy than I thought. But I was like, I liked it a lot. There was parts like we said earlier about laughing.
Yeah.
Like there's definitely parts that were supposed to be dead serious that I was the one that was like, it's like it's stupid, but it's like it was really funny. Some people are saying that because Elvis, notoriously took music from black people, da da da.
Right.
But I feel like they addressed that in the movie. Like they didn't directly say he is stealing music from black people, but they would show a black person singing a song, and then they would show him singing it. So it's obviously, and they would show him hearing the black person sing it, and then he would go out and sing it. So I feel like that it's addressing it.
I feel like that was especially say from the 80s and before. So
Yeah.
we talking the 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s. I feel like that was kind of part of the business.
Yeah, and they addressed that. Because one of the characters was a black character was it was Penny King. He was like, if you go sing that song, you make way more money than he will. Because he heard someone sing it, Tutti Frutti.
Yeah.
And then he was like, if you go sing it, you will make a lot more off of it than he will. So I feel like
Yeah, because I just watched something on Instagram this morning where dude played, it was 5 or 6 songs from Luther Vandross that he just blatantly stole from other people. And I was like, damn. But the thing about it, I said, Luther just singing better. Luther just sound way better with it.
It's like Star Percent. What if they did that for jokes? What if it's some of it's just still
Man.
jokes? It's like, well, you said it better. They got the.
Let me
They
tell
said
you.
it better than you. Let them have it.
Let me tell you. I've been doing comedy since 2006.
Oh wow, you have been doing it a long
Since
time.
2006.
Oh my gosh, that's.
And I didn't see multiple fist fights over jokes.
I just think, were they actually stolen jokes? I feel like people get so like, they think they own a subject matter, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So was it actually like stolen jokes, or was it just like, it sounds similar to what I said?
No, we talking. The biggest one I seen was when I was young in the game. This is like 2006, 2007. It was back in Detroit, and I'm not gonna say the comedian's names, but back in Detroit, he literally was on stage, word for word, saying the jokes.
Oh no.
As soon as he got off stage, he got met with a good two-piece.
Ooh.
Right also
Like in front of the audience, everyone's saying, oh no.
Right in front. He got met with a good two-piece.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, but also I didn't see people, because that be the line. It's like, is you're directly stealing the joke, or do we just have a topic, which everybody does?
Yeah.
But is your topic just similar to mine,
Right.
with a similar premise?
Right.
That's the difference.
But it's like, to me, the punch. Now I don't know if this guy had like talked. I'm assuming it's guys, but I don't know if he had talked to the other person beforehand. Because my thought process, if I thought someone was stealing my joke, I would want to talk about it first, or instead of just going straight to violence. But maybe they had talked about it before. But I don't know. Because they might not. Okay, if it was blatant, they probably know. But they might not know how bad it is. Like, I would give them the chance to be like, hey, yo, stop. But if they didn't take the chance, then maybe they got the
But
chance.
it also goes back to what you just said about the Elvis thing, though.
Yeah.
Is that what happens is, in the entertainment business, period, and we just talked directly about comedy,
Yeah.
is that some of these famous comedians that are rich and successful now,
Yeah.
I'm not saying all of them, but some of them have got on for that reason.
Yeah.
It's like they heard Alexis, or Brandon, or some other comedian at a show that's not on yet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Next thing 6 months later, you go look at a special like, hey, that was my joke.
Dang, that would be crazy. I would be kind of complimented though.
because they have the position to take it to TV, and you don't. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Still need some money or something if you would do that. That would be my only thing. I could write
that would be a perfect world.
Yeah.
That would be a perfect world, but that's not the world we live in. They don't. I was thinking about something the other day, because I just think about weird stuff all the time.
Okay.
If you was to how can I put this?
I'm scared. Okay.
Would you want to know when you're going to die?
I knew you were about to say that. I literally knew you were about to say that. It was scary because I feel like these guys when I'm gonna die.
Like, would you want to know when you will die and how you will die?
No. Well, it depends. I don't know about the how. It depends how specific my thing was. If the how is like when you're going on a plane or something, I'd be like, you know what? I'm good off of that, because then I would never be able to do that thing again, unless it was like in your sleep. Then it's like whatever. I'm gonna just keep living because I'm without my sleep one day. But if it was like a specific action that I'm doing, or like on your motorcycle or like something like that, I'd be like, ooh, let me stop riding. Like, I would try to do that. The wind, oh god, the wind. Like, would they give you the like specific day and year? Or
You will know exactly how you're going to go out, and you will know the exact time, day, and you will know the exact information of when you're going out.
I don't know if that would be good or bad, because they said like live every day like it's your last. It's like if you actually knew it was coming up, I don't know if it would change how you live. Like right now, I feel like I'm like a good girl. But like if I knew I was gonna die tomorrow, would I just be a bad girl just because I know I'm gonna die, or would I be like, nah, I'm gonna still be good? Or like like I don't know if it would change how I am as a person. I think I would. I don't know. Maybe I would like to know when I die, just to like take the mystery out of it. It's like, okay, cool. This is over. Like, let me just do what I need to do. I've thought about this. I actually always tell people, they say I should stop saying this, but I was looking gonna die young. Like, it sounds crazy.
You think you Tupac or somebody?
It feels like it. I'm like, am I gonna join the 36 club, the 27 club or something? I don't know. I hope not. But no, I just feel that. why. It's weird.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah, I don't know about that one.
Like I could just like see it happening. Like I don't know how, but I could just see it be like, man, I lived a good life, huh? Generally. Oh my
I mean,
God.
for me, it goes two ways because you can look at it one way as is. The answer for my question is, to the question, I would say no.
You don't want to know.
I don't want to.
Why?
Because like, okay, this is how to put it. Because it goes two ways, and I go with answering the question way first. The way of not knowing, it still takes the mystery. It takes the mystery of what could happen, because now you limit yourself on knowing. Now, if I find out that I'm about to die off of a plane crash, I'm going to be never want to take a plane.
Right.
So then that limits me from seeing the world. I can, find out I'm going to die going to a football game. I can get shot at a football game. I'm never going to see my Vikings play again. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So that part right there, I would say no, because I feel like it would hinder you too much on your, even though you know it, it would hinder you from wanting to live your life to the fullest. But on the other hand, of saying yes, it could help you out, because like how people are so, workout warriors, want to be in the gym, this and this, and you can be the fittest person, and then you find out you're going to die of a heart attack. Well, shit, I'm eat all the burgers I want. I'm going to eat all the burgers and pizza and milkshakes, because if I'm going to die of a clogged artery, I might as well go out the good way. You know what I mean? I'm sitting here working out every day trying to prevent that. Nah, I'm good. But
although realistically, if you were working out every day, that probably wouldn't be the way
I
to
mean,
die.
but yeah,
Like,
you assume like that's not going
Yeah.
to be the way to die.
right, you never know. It could
But
be.
you never know.
Family.
Everybody wants the perfect way to say, I just want to go out in my sleep. You know what I mean? Even though that just, it happens, but, everybody goes out different ways.
Like, I either want to go out in my sleep, or I want to go out, but like with enough time where I see it coming, but I can be like, ooh, like, ooh,
yeah.
something. Like if I was like falling in a plane, it's like, okay, have a little like pray, come to Jesus moment, and be like, oh, I love my mama, da, 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 and then die. Versus like something where it's like you don't know you're dying and then you die. Like a stab wound where it's like, I might live through this and then I slowly die. I'm like, no, I thought I was going to live. Like, I would not like that, but I don't know.
I think
I don't want to die.
for me, I would like to go out like Kevin Samuels.
How'd he die?
How he died?
Yeah.
Oh, with a girl on top of him.
Really?
Yeah.
That's how he died?
In the
I feel like
middle
they
of
should have
sex.
publicized that more.
He did.
I knew he was dead, but I didn't know it was like that. I feel like people were,
he was in bed with a girl, and that's how he died.
that would be traumatized. That poor woman, where is she? Are you
Oh.
okay?
That's how I would like to go out.
That's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I always think on my motorcycle, I'm trying to get on a motorcycle, I'm like, I might die today. And I'm like, I've come to terms with that. And I just live my life.
You got a motorcycle?
Yeah, that's how I get around.
I did
You
not
didn't know that? I feel like that's like the two things people know about me. They're like,
Did not know you had a
she rides a
motorcycle.
motorcycle, and then I don't know what else they know. But that's
Where
definitely
did this
one thing.
motorcycle life come from? I'm
I
so
just-
jealous.
2019. I've had it since 2019. And I feel like in comedy, that's what people know me as, the girl who works. I literally fell off of it in front of Comedy Union.
I did not know that.
It was, yeah, and there was a bunch of people outside, and they were, yeah, it was an experience. It was an experience. But yeah, so that makes me come more to terms with death, that I'm like, it is very possible for me. Like, I try not to go out there like, I'm gonna die today, but like, that's made me more aware of my mortality. I'm like, because it's just like, it's a death trap. I'm riding on the freeway, there's cars, it's like one wrong move, somebody makes a wrong decision, and it's just like, God. Or paralyzed. One of my mom's exes, she hates that I ride it because one of her ex-boyfriends, he was paralyzed from the neck down after a motorcycle accident. And he was like just in a bed for the rest of his life until he passed away.
Wow.
So, well, sometimes he would get in a wheelchair, but you know what I'm saying, good movie. So like, she like, I feel like, and then people always tell me these horror stories, and people are always dying and like off of motorcycle crashes, so it's like, I'm aware, and I just try to like, not go to bed angry, try to make sure everybody knows I love them. Like, I'm really like lovey-dovey. Like, I'll text my mom and dad like, I love you. It's just sometimes just to be like, you never know. You know?
Yeah. But I'm so jealous about this motorcycle.
I know why.
God, I've been wanting a motorcycle since I was young.
Do you have your license?
Yeah, I got my driver's license.
Your motorcycle's license.
Nah,
Oh,
I never ridden one.
Oh,
but
well, the classes you can. That was my boat. Well, not that I grew up wanting to, but I basically told myself I was gonna take the class, and I was like, if I don't hate the class or like if I'm not terrible at it, then I'll get one. And I passed the class, and I actually had a lot of fun. So I was like, okay, here we go.
I always wanted one that was little Suzuki joints.
Oh yeah.
I always wanted one of them because we like when I was a kid, you'd be in the freeway and they'd be zoom, 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 zoom. Oh man, that looked cool. Zoom, zoom. And and I grew up in the era with the Rough Riders. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I grew up in that era, so you see them doing the motorcycle tricks and
Yeah.
this and this. And my mama used to always tell me like, no, you're not doing that shit. You gonna fuck around and die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, but that still look cool. You know what I mean? So I always wanted. It's one of the things where I want to do, but just never invested in doing.
Yeah, I get that a lot. People are always like, oh my god, like I want to. It's so cool, and I'm like, it's fine.
So you don't have a car?
Well, now I have a car, but
Okay.
the car is the old car. It's my grandmother gifted it to me. But for the first 2019, 2020, 2021, 3 years I only had the bike, and that's all I rode everywhere.
So
That's what I'm saying. That's why people
So
know
what
me as
did-
that, because that's like my thing.
So what did you do about your? So the helmet helped protect you against the rain.
Yeah, I've been caught in the rain a lot, and it's just you just get soaking wet, and you just drive slow, because that's where the ground is like the slickest. And just don't ride in the middle. Just ride on the side, go slow, braking, take care of yourself, head on a swivel. That's
Now
it.
I say this. I always said I wanted to ride on a motorcycle, but the thing about it is that it's hard for me to ride on a motorcycle with somebody because I feel like no matter which situation I'm in, I feel like I'm be like a little bitch.
What do you mean, the front or the back, Bo?
Because no, when I'm talking about like, say if I'm on a motorcycle with you, right?
Yeah.
And I'm in the back.
On the back, okay, yeah.
I feel like I'm a little bitch because like she driving, I'm holding on in the back. But then on the other hand, if one of my friends, one of my guy friends is doing, I can't do that either. I ain't holding on to the motorcycle. So it's like only option I got is to get one of them little seats to the side. You know, and sit there. You know what I mean? That's the only thing
That's even worse, I think. Because you can ride. I've been with some guys and friends, and you can be on the back, and I've had someone who didn't hold on to me, and I was like, that's your choice. But I was like, you get off. It's like, if you fall off, that's on you, dog. Like, I didn't tell you to. I've never ridden on the back of a motorcycle. I'm actually afraid to. I'm afraid to ride on the back. I guess because I drive one, I'm like afraid to relinquish control to someone else to do it, you know? Because I feel like my friends, none of them have ridden a motorcycle or driven one, so like they don't know. It's like they're just putting all their trust in me, but like I guess this has been trust issues. I just don't want to like put that trust in someone else to like drive the motorcycle, so I've never been on the back of one.
Oh wow.
I've only driven one. So I'm like you. I'm also like, don't put me in the back.
I really always felt like that because I had one time where I could have rolled in the back of it and I was like,
Same.
I'm like, nah, I got too much man in me. I can't be a little bitch today. I was saying, like, that's how it feels.
And also the guys are dangerous. Like I'm a safe driver, but a lot of guys I know who ride bikes, it's like I don't trust you to not do something crazy. That's why I'm not getting on the back.
So what kind of bike do you got?
So right now I have an electric motorcycle, and so that's kind of different. And I have a whole bunch of bits of crap about that because people give me like, because it's electric.
Yeah.
So it's automatic. The people say scooter, but I'm like, that's not a scooter. A Tesla is not a bumper car.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That was the first thing that came
You're like,
in my
oh,
head.
so you drive a scooter. You're
First
like, let
thing
me
in
just
my head,
erase.
I said, no, she really got a little scooter, a little moped.
I didn't bring it today, but it's not because one, mopeds can't go on the freeway. Mine can go 100 miles an hour. It's a motorcycle.
Let me tell you, it's like this. Mopeds are not supposed to, but people will do it.
Here's how I tell people the difference between a motorcycle and a moped.
Okay.
Your legs. If your legs is open, it's a motorcycle. If my legs be open, if you have to straddle it like a horse, which is what I have to do, it's a motorcycle. Because scooters, you sit like this. And I don't sit like that. I'm open leg, and that's why I know it's a motorcycle.
I can't stand. Well, what Eric said, like, what's so funny is this was like this is a couple months ago, but people taking these little what I guess
Bird scooters?
the little scooters.
Yeah.
They're taking that shit too far here.
Where are they going?
I didn't see people on the freeway with them joints.
No way.
Yes.
How?
I didn't see people at
That's so
nighttime.
illegal.
Like at nighttime when the freeway is kind of empty. Like they be on the freeway, literally, and they be somebody holding on the back of them, they sitting there laughing and giggling. Like, y'all about to get hit.
Y'all about
my
to
dog.
die. Oh, no.
That, it's so, the streets are already so congested.
Yeah.
They're sitting there on the side of you, taking them like, well, I'm about to hit you, bro. Like, move.
Oh, no, they are crazy. And then like on the sidewalks too, like you just can't escape and they're everywhere.
Yeah, but I used to take them when I lived in Koreatown. So in Koreatown where I lived at, I had no parking at my apartment building. So we had street parking. So coming home from shows and stuff like that, it'd be 2, 3 in the morning some nights. Literally, there's no parking.
Yeah.
So I would have to literally park 6, 7, 8 blocks away from my apartment building.
Wow.
So after a while, I was like, man, I'm tired of walking all this shit. I was like, I just started taking the scooters back at home to the car. And I would hate when in the morning, because I would have the scooter right in front of the building.
So
Then when I wake up in the morning, the scooter be gone. I'd be like, God.
Gotta take that in your house. I don't know if you're supposed to allow to. I've never ridden those, so I don't know.
You know, sitting that one?
It is. I know it seems like I would ride those all the time, but like I haven't done it. I'm cheap. That's my wife.
You cheap.
I'm really cheap. I'm like, I cannot emphasize how cheap I am. It is ridiculous. Like I will refuse to pay for parking. Like I refuse. Like at the comedy store, all these comedy clubs, I will walk a mile and a half before I pay for parking. Like I will not do it.
Julius.
I hate it.
I'm gonna tell you. Okay, I'm cheap on certain things. Overall, am I a cheap person? No.
What are you cheap on?
Like stuff that I feel like that doesn't make a difference. Like you won't never see me. Like I'll give you the best example. One of my cousins, he just graduated from high school. And he went to prom. So he calls me and he says, "Hey, cuz, hey man, I'm short like $300 for prom. You know, he said you can give me all of it or whatever you can, anything to help out." I said, "Yeah." I'm gonna help you out. I said, "I don't have all of it to get to you, but I can give you something." He said, "Bet." He said, "Yeah, man, I'm like $300 short from getting my belt."
No.
I said, I paused and I said, "Oh, you $300 short for getting your belt."
What is this belt? Is it Gucci? What's happening?
Some name brand belt
Oh,
he
Lord.
won. And I said, and so, but at this point, I know that no matter what I say to him, he's going to get this belt.
Yeah.
So it was a waste of my time to even try to say anything to him. So I gave him a couple dollars. Enjoy your prom. Have a good day. Me, I was at Target about 3 weeks ago. I literally stood in there 30 minutes and went back and forth on a $12 bill. Do I 12? I said, do I can find one cheaper? You know, about $5, $6? But $12 for a belt? So that socks, drawers, I'm not spending crazy money on stuff like that.
Okay,
you know,
yeah.
I will, like, I go to Ross and will sit there for an hour fishing around the cheapest prices I can find for that stuff. So stuff like that, I'm cheap on.
Yeah.
Parking? No. I'm too old for that.
I said parking's an age thing. I feel like my friends who are like in their 30s are like, "Girl, pay the $20," and I'm like, absolutely not.
When I was younger, I was like that.
Yeah.
I'm driving around. I'm gonna find now. If I pull up to a place, it's $30. I'm paying the $30.
Absolutely not. I cannot. I will not. Parking, gas. I will drive. Like I will be like, "Hey, I know a $5.99 place. Let me drive across town and get that gas." Like I get it from my dad, but get cheap gas and like food. Like I'll be like, "What's the cheapest thing on the menu?" Like I'm just so
Hold on,
cheap.
now good that you cannot be cheap on your food, girl.
I'm cheap on my food.
Can't be.
I'm cheap overall. I'm just a cheap person.
No,
And that's why I have money. Like even growing up as a kid, like my family, everybody knew I had money, even as a kid, because it's like I was so cheap and with it. Like I'm not buying stuff, I'm keeping it. Like,
but what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that you have to go and spend like crazy amounts on food.
Yeah.
But what I mean by not being cheap on your food, don't use your cheapness to disqualify your quality of food. If you get what I mean.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, if you know, say you don't want to spend, I ain't saying want to spend crazy amount, but just understand the quality difference that you're getting, because yeah, you might be paying a cheaper price, but the quality that you're getting still might not be worth that cheap price.
I see. Yeah.
So you're talking to somebody that went from shopping at Food for Less, Rouse all the time, to now. And I'm not saying I go all the time, but but I do shop around different things because of the quality. I go to a Gelson's, I go to a Whole Foods, an Arrow One. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because sometimes I even say, it's a little bit too high. I ain't gonna get it. I get this, but certain things, like for example, Gelson's.
Yeah.
I go to Gelson's, which for a lot of people, you know, say might not know, Gelson's is one of the higher end grocery stores out here in LA. I go to Gelson's primarily for the fruit. They have some of the best quality fruit all year round. For less, they really don't. You know, they really don't. I didn't. They really don't. I didn't have some bad experiences with some fruit for less. But it does say, nigga, this is food for less. What you expect?
It's for less because it is less.
Yeah,
That's what it is here.
You know what I mean? And so, yeah, that's all I say. You know.
Yeah, it's also hard because when you're just cooking for yourself. First of all, I don't really cook like that. That's a whole other can of worms. So I should be eating out a lot, and so.
But how you eat? Okay,
Here's
this don't make sense.
I know it don't.
This don't make any sense.
Let me break it down for you.
Okay.
I eat out at cheap places. Like, there's this taco stand by my house. $1 tacos on Tuesday. You know where I be eating on Tuesdays. That taco's doing. This is $1.
Okay, I got you.
That kind of thing.
So
Chick-fil-A, I'm a regular rewards member. you eat at Chick-fil-A enough, eventually the food starts paying for itself. They got a point system. I'm using that. That's what I do. Okay.
So let me ask. So do you work out?
Yes.
How much?
Well, right now I've been trash the past few weeks because my schedule's been crazy. But I try to work out like 3 to 4 times a week.
Okay. Because I'm about to say all this fast food.
It's gonna catch up with me.
I'm gonna say you still young. But once you start getting to that 30 club, that weight start hitting different.
I know. I'm trying to catch it now and trying to eat more vegetables and stuff. Like I'm eating ramen noodles. Like my dad's a chef, and he would always roast me because I just eat the worst food. And he's like, literally, I have raised you better than this. And I was just eating ramen noodles, and post college, still eating ramen noodles all the time.
You want to know a fact?
What?
You talking about the little microwave stuff?
Yeah.
I have never ate that in my life. Never.
It's a good fun fact, but how? Why?
My mother. So
parents raised you right.
So my mother. So we grew up. Like I said, in Detroit. I'm from Detroit. Grew up in the hood. You know what I mean. But my mother was, and still is very bougie. You know what I mean, when it comes to certain things. So that type of stuff, she didn't buy because she didn't like it. So we never ate it. And so we never ate it. So
Vienna sausages, nothing?
None of that. Well, I had Vienna sausages because before my dad died, he would eat that type of stuff.
Okay.
And so, but my pops passed away when I was 7. So after that, basically grew up, you know what I'm saying, whatever my mama ate, that's what we ate. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I never ate that.
Wow. I cannot relate to that at all.
So what's your favorite fast food?
Probably Chick-fil-A. It's really unhealthy. Sometimes I eat Chick-fil-A. It's just the closest thing to my apartment as well. Like I can walk there. I know. Yeah, I got you. What do you mean?
I go to that Chick-fil-A all the time.
Oh, on the 10 in La Cienega?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
one. It's just so close to me that I'm just like, if I'm hungry, it's right there.
Yeah.
That one, and I also like, so I'm ashamed to say this in LA and on the podcast, but I like Taco Bell, and I know it's trash.
Y'all hear this? Hold on. Man, I ain't got my wallet on me, but shout out to one of my coworkers right now. Shout out to my coworker David. For Christmas, he got me a Taco Bell gift card in this bitch.
Oh!
$30 gift card.
That's a good gift.
And man, thank you. I appreciate appreciate it, my dog, because I've been using that gift card. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And then also, too, because Taco Bell is my favorite fast food.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to the Taco Bell. I believe that is off of Beverly, right by the Beverly Center.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's the best Taco Bell in the city.
Oh.
Shout out to y'all, because every time I order my food, and as soon as I bite into that taco, that meat be nice and hot. Every time. Give me a little, you know what I'm saying, a little dab. You know what I mean? Shout out to y'all, man. But, you know, back to the podcast.
In LA, it's hard because it's like there's so many like authentic places that it's like, why are you eating Taco Bell? But it's like your heart wants what your heart wants sometimes. And
They
it's
hate.
Taco Bell.
My friends hate it because I call it T-Bells. Yeah, I call it. I'm like, man, I'm about to give you some T-Bells. You know what I mean? They hate it because look, I really do not like the taco joints. I really don't like.
Okay, that's a hot take.
Super authentic Mexican food. I'm not a fan.
Why?
It's
It's different. It's very different, I'll say.
I don't like when I get my taco. I just like, man, whatever that meat is from Taco Bell and that sauce, that's all I want. I don't want these extra beans and big ass onions and stuff in my tacos. I don't want all that stuff. I don't want no black taco shells. I don't want none of that. Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't want that. I just want some regular American ass tacos. That's it.
Okay.
And my cinnamon twist.
Oh yeah, those are good too.
That's it. Well, what are the spots? So we got Chick-fil-A,
Yeah.
Taco Bell.
Well.
Give me two more.
El Pollo Loco, which I feel like is kind of a healthier. I really just go there when I'm trying to be a little healthier. They have this like chicken tostada bowl where I'm like, I want my health kick. I'm trying to think what else. Because really, where I move now, there's not really a lot of places near me. So, oh, I don't eat at McDonald's a lot, but that used to be one that I used to eat at.
I don't do the McDonald's one.
I'll do it. That's just one that's open late. So that's like for late nights. I'll go there sometimes. I've probably eaten there like, which it had been like maybe a few years before. Like during the pandemic, I feel like no McDonald's at all. And then like maybe within the past 2 months, I've had it twice.
Okay.
And
So for me, Rallies,
okay.
aka Checkers, you know, depending on what side of the country
Good
you
fries.
are, and Wendy's.
Oh, Wendy's. Yeah, I do like Wendy's actually. They're pricier now. It's just kind of weird.
That's why I stay with the $5 bag.
$5 bag.
And give me that $5 bag. But yeah, man, it's been great to have you on.
Thank you.
What you got coming on? Coming up.
What do I have? When does this get released? I don't know what to say.
It'll be coming out this week.
Oh wow, you're fast. Okay, so this is July. I've got a show on July 9th in the Hills. That's a private one. It'll be fun. And I have some other shows, but these are the ones I care about. And then there's one on July 27th. I'm doing like a burlesque show, so that should be fun.
Okay.
If you like to see dances before you see comedy, then come to that one. And it's all on my website, AlexisBradby.com.
All right.
Yeah.
And then what's your Instagram?
Instagram, you can follow me at Alexis Bradby on everything. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook page, all of that.
All right, well,
Thank you.
that's another episode. Man, like I said again, San Diego, Madhouse, 8th to the 9th. Also, too, if you also in LA, I did just forgot about that. July 7th, Comedy Store, Crack 'em Up Thursdays. So yeah, we gonna we're starting the summer off right, and it's gonna continue to be more. All right, man, that's another episode.